Hello everyone, Agion here. Another couple years to replay. Spawn on the south side as the OKW player. We have Nathair48 and his ally as the austere. We have Ailvjinyang. Why do I even try and pronounce these names? On the north side we have Hellscream as the USF. I can pronounce that one, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce that because it's not even in English. I don't even know how to begin to pronounce it. Was this map always a snowy? Actually, a map I don't really recognize. I don't really play 2v2s or 1v1s. I usually play 3v3s myself. Looks like we do got a dual MG build over here. Second infantry section before the MG. Rifleman, not huge surprise there. A lot of barbed wire coming down. And we have Volksgrenadier. That's pretty standard. It's usually quite common to see a Kubelwagen for capturing. Riflemen going to capture the central point. Pioneers have not reacted. They go behind this light cover right there, but decides to back off. Pioneers engaging the infantry section while they're behind heavy cover. At this range, most likely the infantry section will win. Nope, MG42. Now we'll displace them eventually. Second rear echelon, I sort of do like that. Helps with the field control and capturing. He does also have immediate doctrinal lock-in of the infantry rifle company, which of course have access to flamethrowers for the rear echelons. We do also have immediate doctrinal lock-in of the spearhead doctrine. And what's left? Mobile assault? Yeah, quite possible. This can be a decent map for a land mattress. Vanguard, 4 retreat points. Crocodiles, always nice. I don't really see Lend-Lease. I really don't like the design of Lend-Lease. The mortar should be non-doctrinal. The assault sections are not super great. The M10 is not strictly an ideal unit. Plus, it says M10 Achilles. It's not the Achilles, it's the Wolverine. The Achilles is actually a M10 base arm equipped with a 17-pounder, like the Firefly. Over here, we could potentially see Luftwaffe. I can see that. Grand Offensive, that's the most common right now. And Special Operations, quite possible as well. So, I can imagine the OKW player going for many different things. Such as putting these guys behind the cover and engage. Or not. Oh, that's a lot of sandbags. A lot of sandbags that... Who laid all of that? Was it the UKF player? No, it's the, probably it was the USF player because he does have rifleman field defense. Three MG42s out for the austere player. This area is very well locked down. Two MG42s will permanently lock down it versus infantry. Just needs to get some mortars, vehicles, or something engaged, but an AT gun will help out with that as well. So perhaps a teller mine or two. Doesn't need to spend his munitions on LMGs as well. So Teller, he can't afford 2 Tellers right now, but not if he's going to get... Well, that Pioneer Squad may in fact go down. Nope, just haven't been focusing them whatsoever. I did a bit of laying down. This is just interesting. He's building tank traps right there of all places. I guess that just seems weird to me. Not exactly very far forward, but I guess he had some bad memories right there. Hence why it's building it there? I really don't know. So the riflemen here are going to reinforce the area. Those get some nice cover right there. Volksgrenadier are forced to fall back. You have doctrinal lock-in of the Luftwaffe ground forces. Now just only left to the UKF player to lock something in. I see Mobile Assault being the best, Vanguard as a close second. All those sandbags will provide quite a bit of heavy cover, even though these sandbags are quite... Well, it does allow them to have heavy cover while capturing the point, but still there's a lot of heavy cover right there. You really did not need to lay down all those sandbags. Got assault over here. There's the MG34. Oh, there goes the Rifleman squad entirely. The Vickers is suppressing the Volksgrenadiers, but he may want to reposition in order to target the Sturm Pioneers. Looks like the 50 cal here is severely wounded. He needs to fall that one back. The Vickers will go ahead and fall back. We do have a mortar pit here, a bit far away. The auto attacks won't go very far, but the manual targeting will cover to around here-ish. So we do got some potion makers being dropped on in.
A capture point is being overrun.
Potion makers will be behind this heavy cover of the Halo barrel. You have a bundle grenade being thrown out. Late retreat. That squad can easily go down. Well, he does not. He managed to save in time. Pioneers will go ahead and capture the central VP. We do have medics. Oh, poorly placed medical HQ. These medics cannot reach there. He needs to place it up front, not to the side. His medics, they're too far away. He can't heal. Or can he? This squad was... This squad's not being healed. I guess it's just barely out of range. If you were to build his next building right on top of the sort of rally point there, he may be able to force his guys into the more proper spot. But that medical HQ is in a bad position. You have an MG42 is suppressing the lieutenant. Oh nope, Incendiary Grenade it does get thrown out onto the intersection, does burn the footbed. The riflemen are forced need to fall back. He will lose that squad as well, losing all of his riflemen now, but he does have access to officers. Our half track is up. The Royal Engineers could throw an AT grenade onto it, but it does not. However, the Panzer Grenadier is in the area, but it loses two models, preventing from... Oh, will we lose this one? Actually, we're pretty close to actually going down, not targeting. Let's throw out an AT grenade there. We won't be able to go down anytime soon. However, that Royal Engineer squad is still up. He can easily flank this MG42. Does reposition, does get off a nice burst, which will cause it to be suppressed. However, it is getting suppressed itself, the MG42, by the 50 cal. Just barely in range. Decides to, nope. Does not crawl it out of there. MG34 is set up, trying to provide some suppression, but the heavy cover is doing a good job of denying it. Incendiary Grenade does come down, does burn off the squads quite well, forces them back, does drop a couple models upon retreat. Mortar shots coming in from the mortar pit does do ward him away. He's outside of maximum range, but maximum auto range, but does still in range of the barrage. He lost a bit of squads. I think he had 2 more squads besides these 5. I know he had not had a third. I know he had a third Volk squad. Both sides have bled a lot of squads. He does have enough manpower for another squad of Jaegers. He does have Panzer authorization, so he's actually really close to a Panzer IV. For Pioneers, a nice flank will probably force away these infantry section. He is going to try to force attack them, but won't do all too much. Volksgrenadier is receiving quite a bit of fire. The lack of medics is going to really hurt him now. The lack of efficient medics, actually, best way to put it. Astrix tried to go in, almost had an angle on the ambulance, but was unable to fire. Even at the suppressed state, their accuracy really goes down. I wonder, does the Green Eye monster get covered by the green screen or not? Yep, if you look closely. I don't know, I've been having fun with my green screen. It's just fun. If you've never really played around with green screen, it can be quite fun to see how much you can make yourself invisible. Perhaps maybe I should get myself a green sweatshirt just for the green screen to have fun with it. To make myself a spooky head. Well, I probably could have another green screen layer added in, so this gray or black sweatshirt would also be transparent. I think the best term to use it. But the darker filters will probably make my head where my hair is invisible. And even if it's the gray color, I'm actually graying quite early, and well as the shines from the lights will probably not be helpful as well. Nice suppression here from the MG42 will suppress this lieutenant. Nice mortar hit there. Cal has been set up, trying to eye. Ooh, there's the M1 AT gun. Oh, there goes the lieutenant as well. A lot of sites have been bleeding a lot of squads. I think this is a lower level game, but that doesn't really matter. As long as it's a fair game instead of a stomp, it'll be a good game, hopefully. A lot of Fulgent Maker here, another suppression, but he's barely in this arc. The Fulgent Maker is no longer in the arc, but forced to fall back. Trying to destroy this mortar pit. He could throw an Incendiary Grenade. Does have another 3 seconds. Does do an Incendiary Grenade. So this Incendiary Grenade will do quite a bit of work to the mortar pit. Does have a Piet squad here. 1 Piet. There's 2 Piets. Does not follow the Panzer IV. Do have the Incendiary Grenade burning away the squad. Does throw out a frag, but a huge miss right there. Mortar pit is entirely down now. Oh, Broom Bar. Hand Sharks are good at destroying sandbags as well. This Rifleman squad needs to fall back. He really should have targeted the Rifleman squad. That would have been an instant wipe. Do got some artillery flares being called on down. White Phosphorus Barrage. Not effective versus armor. He sees that landmine. There goes the ambulance. There goes the landmine. I heard the explosion. AT gun is set up, but does bounce right there. There goes the rear echelon. Jeez. That US player has been laying down a lot of wire. Honestly, it probably can be quite effective. I've never really seen the tank traps being all super effective except for the very niched maps. Stalingrad was the only time I really used tank traps myself. That map's no longer in the map pool. It was Stalingrad, and I used like playing as the Soviet defensive commander. Community defensive doctrine. Those tank traps can be quite misleading. If I were to see these tank traps here, it looks like there's enough room to get guys through, but I don't think there is. The Soviet tank traps, it looks like there's a huge gap, but you can't walk through them. Mortar half track? Are you trying to sweep for mines with your body? Oh, the tank traps didn't help. Okay. Oops, sorry. Misclicked. Just like in Gary's mod, right? Oops, sorry. Misclicked. Entry sections in these buildings. He's trying to set up this MG here, but is forced to withdraw. He could focus fire it. Does not focus fire it. We got an artillery flare being cast on this building as well. This will destroy the building. The next barrage, most likely. Oh, that building's very close to going down as well. PX does come on in. Rolls a couple miss, however. He's a focus fire on the PX. Does get a nice penetrating hit there. There's another penetrating hit. Does throw a Mills bomb on top of the MG42. They're all stacked up right there. Decrews the MG42. Pioneer Squad needs to fall back. Here goes the Pioneer Squad. AT gun setting on up. He could have actually shot it and destroyed that mortar half track. Ooh, good hit.
Allied AT gun has been destroyed.
Josh Tier player needs to replace his Pioneers, perhaps get a second squad of Pioneers as well. The Burn Bar is quite healthy. Takes quite a bit of time to repair up. When I say healthy, I mean has a lot of health, potentially anyways. Not the fact that it's in a healthy state. Looks like we got a call in. Major Artie? Yes, it was Major Artie. That MG42 is now completely decrewed, but not destroyed. The artillery shot didn't destroy it. This cache is very close to death. Panzer IV now out on the field. Panzer IV, this is the OKW Panzer IV, so it has quite a bit of armor. And there goes that rear echelon. You also have a Command Panther out on the field. Or, nope, just a regular Panther, actually. I forgot he was Fallschirmjägers. I don't know why I was thinking he went for special operations, but he has both a Panzer IV and Panther at the moment. That is quite a bit of field presence. US player has a lot of fuel. Probably should get an EZ-8 or Jackson. The EZ-8 is good for movement. Not exactly super armor penetrating, though. It's more than plenty to take on the Panzer IV. And it has the heightened health. Panzer Grenadiers are severely wounded. Does throw a Mills bomb. Does get to the models there. Does retreat back. Doesn't lose the squads, but stood in there for way too long. Oh, there goes that structure. Destroys the Vickers, or yep, that looks like a Vickers to me. And if I remember the sound effect, it was the Vickers, not an MG42. This is the MG42. You also have a Panzerwerfer. The Panzerwerfer is good at a short burst, preferably close range. He's repaired. Where's the Pioneers? First squad of Pioneers needs to repair the Brumbar, needs to repair that mortar half-track. Do have an Easy 8 out in the field. Brumbar, you look like you're going to be dead. Prioritize fire. There we go. Oh, I thought this was going to be one shot away from death. We do got the 2 Panzerschrecks now firing. Does roll 2 misses out of the 4. Does kill the Brumbar there. Can use the wreckage to cover his retreat. And we'll go ahead and escape on out. He could try force firing the ground, but he does not. Easy 8 will go ahead and escape. Oh, wow. That was a good mortar hit. Panther, however, is on the pursuit. Easy 8 does have very good moving accuracy. Does get a penetrating hit there. Churchill gets a penetrating hit. Does withdraw, but no! Fires one last shot on Easy 8. Does get the kill. Churchill could potentially hunt it down, but it doesn't have the greatest movement speed. Panzerschrecks are way too far forward. Won't be able to engage the Churchill anytime soon. Will decrew the AT gun, however. Pioneer down once again. Fragmentation bomb will decrew both the AT guns. Outright destroys one of them as well. Decal setting on up. Both Grenadiers will get a Panzerfaust off, but will not snare the engine. Panzerwerfer barraging. A lot of good targets over here. That was a huge miss. Does destroy a landmine. There's another landmine right here. At this point, I would recommend the Auxiliary player just to save up for a Tiger Tank or the Panther. Either are a good option, but the Tiger Tank will probably be a better option. Ooh, great shot by the Churchill. Does throw a bundle there. Force a retreat, which probably actually saved it from not being gunned down upon retreat. One of the 50 cals does get burned alive by the incendiary grenade. I believe the 50 cals, they've been over-nerfed with the suppression. They just don't seem very effective. We do have the Ailvjinyang assault, a couple infantry strafes, and then 80 loiters. 87 does get some hits right there. 4 squads of Panzerschrecks on the Panzer Grenadiers. You can tell this is not like a super high level play. Overall, I say the OKW player may be the highest level or experienced player here. That and the UKF player. And Masters does come on in, but rolls a large miss. Panther and Panzer IV are still alive. One of the Panzer Grenadiers did go down. Tiger Tank now out on the field. The British player needs to make an advance towards the fuel as well as the VP. The Axis players do have a significant amount of tickets. We do have a white phosphorus barrage coming on in.
supply are disrupted.
Incendiary grenade does come down on the 50 cal, will most likely decrew. We got the Churchill almost fully repaired, but enough to make an advance in, but can still be ensnaring health. So would be quite close. Tiger Tank is making its advancement over here. Building another trench. Destroys the landmine there with the missed shot. Does get a nice hit right there. Ooh. That MG40, yeah, it is an MG42. Needs to get out of there. More suppression coming in on the Royal Engineers. Churchill in the area, but won't be able to tangle with a Tiger Tank on 1v1. He's going to need support. Luckily, his ally has 2 AT guns here. Both can be reinforced by this nearby forward retreat healing port, actually, not retreat point. Nice Panzerwerfer barrage, but miss the AT guns. And one of them's on prioritized fire. Easy 8 out on the field. Trying to get some rear armor shot, but there's a lot of Panzerschrecks in the area. One Panzerschreck hit. Won't make all too much of a difference versus the if it comes against the Tiger Tank and number of hits required. Patrol and Tiger Tank now engaging. One, the Panzer Grenadiers is forced to withdraw. He's trying to eye for the Panzerwerfer or the mortar half tracks. One of the mortar half tracks are down. Sometimes I wish you could just gift support weapons to teammates. This, a lot of Panzerschrecks in the air, that's what's doing all the damage to this Easy 8. The Easy 8 just needs to get out and get back home. It's highly unlikely. The Panther can easily hunt it down. And actually gets the main gun destroyed by the flak emplacement. Oceanmaker's in the area is suppressed by the 50 cal. The Rectorman trying to decapture this point could go hit it with an AT grenade. Frangible smoke does come through. However, the point is decaptured. There goes the Easy 8. I think it went down to the, yep, flak emplacement. It actually just stood there. Thought it would have made more time by the time getting back home. Both the AT guns are now moving forward. The engine is snared. Firefly is in the area. This looks like a dead Tiger Tank. He needs to force fire to the ground. Panzerwerfer barrage rolls a large miss. We do got a lot of Panzerschrecks in the area. Churchill is down. Tiger Tank's out now down. The Firefly should just retreat back on home. Panzerschrecks will engage. Panther is moving on forward. Will kill the Firefly. Panzerwerfer barrage is coming on in. Or not, land matches, I mean. Mortar grenade tried to decrew the MG42, but was unable to. 6-pounder, or that is a 6-pounder. Could have sworn does it. The M1 AT gun and the 6-pounder are actually the same weapon, historically. But in game, they have different skin color as well as different abilities. I think the 6-pounder is also a much slower rate of fire as well. Iron Match is trying to come on in, but that's a large miss. It's not even hitting the Panzer IV. There was nothing else there. The OKW player is showing his colors, showing he's the most experienced player here. Panzerwerfer received a miss by the Easy 8, but does go down to the Easy 8 now. You have a full triple capture in favor of the Allies, however they are still, bleed off 360 VPs, highly unlikely. Nice penetrating hit there, and return, still 2 shots away from death, does the all smoke. At least he did that. This point can be recaptured. There's nothing there to prevent the capture. The OKW player needs just to realize it, take a quick look around the map, see what he can do. Multiple abandoned HMGs in the middle of the map. And speaking about machine gun spam, the Austere and the US players spammed out a lot of machine guns. Recommend way too far in the back lines, does get forced back. Could potentially, may actually go down. Wouldn't expect it. He had a lot of members still left, even though, yeah, he does go entirely wipe off that squad. Even though he did retrieve 5 members, there were 5 members very low in health. The OKW player has a lot of manpower at the moment. However, he is pretty much, at pop cap, and he just need to reinforce some squads or a member there. He could potentially get one more Panzer IV. That's about it. Yeah, 14 population. He's able to afford another Panzer IV. He may not realize it just yet. He may not be a Panzer IV user. Iron Mattress Barrage coming on in. This is a great spot for it. A lot of suppressed squads. It's one good hit there. Wipes out that Panzer Grenadier squad without the Panzer Shreks. Wipes out the MG42. Loses another Panzer Grenadier squad. That was absolutely... Oh, Steel player is not very good. Majority as well, that was very late. Oh, we do have the Fallschirmjäger assault here. He can reinforce in the middle of combat with the Fallschirmjägers anywhere on the map for the duration. Though the Fallschirmjägers here are being suppressed. Wait. Oh! Wait. He has a squad member falling from the sky. That's why his icon was missing. It may also prevent him from retreating as well. Airdropping units are actually very buggy, to say the least. You can't enter into into garrisons while that's active. I don't think you can capture weapons or use some abilities. You can't use their engineering function like the paratroopers in the recon support doctrine. He crushed that unbuilt tank trap. Easy 8 on the flank, but there is Panzer Shreks to help support the Tiger tank. He needs to get a squad of Pioneers out. He has no squads of Pioneers. King Tiger's out on the field. Maybe he was just saving his pop cap, and when he knew he was going to lose a squad eventually, he was saving his pop cap for the King Tiger. The King Tiger will provide an excellent field control in the center part of the map. His opponent only built one Firefly, and his USF player only building easy 8s. Nothing's heavy enough to really take on a Tiger tank all too well. Though the easy 8s can do quite well against the frontal armor, they're just usually outclassed, however. We've got 2 AT guns here. Tiger tank, King Tiger is still very healthy, very much alive. A couple of senior grenades. Ooh! Airburst shell wiped out that one Volksgrenadier squad. And we do also have a land mattress barrage in the area. The Tiger tank may just want to fall back. There's a potential snare here. Panther is a bit wounded as well. He needs to get fall back and repaired. He loses the other Volk squad here as well. Luckily, he has plenty of manpower to replace the Fallschirmjägers. That will be his best option. He doesn't really need to upgrade them much because they're quite effective without the upgrade. The Allies are in their last 10 points. As the announcer said, he needs to capture the VP, which is this one, not this one. I get the fuel and VP mixed up all the time. We got another Fallschirmjäger call in. See the paratroopers right here. Actually, a good spot. The smoke is preventing the Churchill from firing. The EZ8, however, will find the Ailvjinyangers. No problem. Ailvjinyangers are forced back. Major recon coming on in. You have a Sturm Pioneer, so as well as the upgraded mechanized HQ, so there's plenty of repairs for the OKW player. The Austere player still is only on the one Pioneer squad, and he's having trouble maintaining the Tiger tank. Let's get a wipe on the Major right there, very nice. So a bit of a lackluster squad. The US player does have an ambulance, actually. Ooh, getting some really good hits. There goes the Panzer Grenadier squad, the EZ8 with a Pinto mount really ripping them apart. 3 EZ8s are out on the field, so that's a lot of vehicles. The Tiger tank can easily get overwhelmed, as well as the King Tiger to that. Though the OKW player still has the Panther. And Mattress Barrage coming on in, trying to wipe out this Panzer Grenadier. There's actually no medics at home. I'm surprised, actually. Well, not that surprised. I think nearly fully repaired. More half-track is still alive. Do have an AT gun in the area. Does receive a massive hit there, however. Let's get a nice penetrating hit there. The Churchill is very resilient. Ah, that is a lot of infantry by the UKF player. How many of these are 50 cals? There's actually a 50 cal right there. Tiger tank will displace that 50 cal, no problem. This is also 50 cal.
A forward position has been destroyed.
That is an MG42. Tiger tank receiving massive fire. We do have the EZ8s coming in for a nice flank. Does get a main gun destroyed there. And there goes the Tiger tank. Do have an assault coming in onto the base of the Austere player. All the vehicles are being rallied into the armor that's pushing to the base. Panzer IV rushing on in way too far forward. The Panzer IV is not built for that sort of assault, but does get some nice bounces there, but does go down to the immense amount of fire in the area. Panther has been pitching some damage, but I think it rolled a miss. It's just receiving too much fire. We do have the snare coming on in as well. There goes the Panther. Tiger tank, the King Tiger, is just way too far away to respawn. And the primary HQ is being sieged. And he has nothing left. Literally all of his other booms destroyed. He never built a medic pit as well. You got an artillery call in. Looks like it's a white phosphorus trying to do some sort of suppressive barrage. We even have infantry sections now hitting this pit in the rear, in the back lines. Panzer Grenadiers have been built from the primary HQ. These Sturm Pioneers are severely wounded from the white phosphorus. Ooh, there goes that infantry section right there. Churchill is in the area, does lay down some smoke, but looks like it's getting tied up on the trench there. I'm not sure what to call it, other than a trench. Circle pit. The HQ is destroyed. And we do, however, this is important here. This is very important. He needs to bring in some smoke onto this point. He needs to capture that central point. However, this one's being secured as well. The allies are only at 10 tickets, so if they just maintain a brief capture, they could potentially win. Mechanized HQ is severely wounded. We do have incendiary rounds coming in from... We have a mortar half-track still? A rebuilt mortar half-track, the only unit available by the Wehrmacht player. Tiger tank receiving quite a bit of fire. 80 guns, one of them is still alive. And this may be the end of the replay. There goes the King Tiger. The Axis player should have had this bag, but the CoH2 player really threw away way too many squads. So many Panzer Grenadiers. Not enough repairs for the Tiger tank. He only had one Pioneer at a time, if I remember correctly. The mortar half-tracks were fine. The Panzerwerfer didn't do so well. The Brumbar did good, but overall, I'd say the CoH2 player really let down his ally. This is Agion saying thank you for watching and signing off.